Hello, leader. I trust that you're good and that you are well. Do you have a dream to be a game changer? Do you have a dream that you want to execute? Do you have a dream that you want to translate into changing and impacting people's lives and changing communities for the better good? Well, today we are going to have a conversation with one leader that is just living that life, making the dreams a reality. Welcome to All Things Leadership Podcast. My name is Nhlaka, and we thank you for joining us today. Welcome, Mr. Sandile Zuma.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Ngamalala.
My brother, how are you?
Ngiyaphila, how's it?
No, God is good. Thank you very much for your invite. It means a lot. You are blessed.
Thank you so much for just joining us today.
Yes.
I was just checking out to social media, then I saw Guti, you are doing wonders, in terms of community development. We're gonna get into that, but before that, I'd just like to know a little bit of your background, ukuthi ukhulele phi and what influences you, njalo njalo. Yeah.
No. Thank you very much, my brother, and thank you very much once again for the invite and for the work that you are doing. Leadership is a backbone of our society.
Yeah.
Probably everything in society revolves around leadership. Yeah. My name is Sandile Zuma. Ngikhulele kwaPata. I was born there. From the day I was born, there's lots of things that happened around my society. From a very young age, I saw people dying, being killed. The HIV came.
Yes.
But God was good with me. I saw my peers that we grew up getting into drugs at some point, but God was good to me. But I grew up in an environment where, when we grow up, things have changed, obviously. But when we grew up, really, I was raised by the community.
Sure.
I was never raised by my family. I was never my father and mother's kids only. But I was a child for the community. So, for example, you wouldn't do something wrong, and then an elderly person will just pass and say nothing. So that is the type of environment that I grew up to. I grew up with. I went to Wapata High School. That is where I started my high school, primary school, Nhlaka High School, Wapata High School. Did some leadership where in school, then after school, but just during my high school, my matric, and then I started being involved in lots of youth projects that I did after my high school. I then started joining the youth programs, but joining politically, leading the youth in politics. But I won't mention which ones.
Yeah. No, I hear you about you. So now you're growing up, then your community raises you up, you say, and then you find yourself in leadership roles.
Yes.
Do you remember like that first moment, maybe those earlier days where something was recognized in the inside of you? Maybe someone saw leadership in you, or was it something that was within you, that came natural?
I respond to that. When we are, I can't remember the age. I used to take boys that are in my age. It was boys mostly, 13, 15 of us. Get them on the road every afternoon. I think that is where really, when I think now, my issue, me being a leader started. I would gather them together and we'll start singing. I will make them sing the struggle song.
Okay.
Yes, I will make them sing the struggle song every afternoon. I teach them, I go whenever I had a song, I used to watch the news, I would teach them these struggle songs and not it was something for every day, and this thing was growing in us. And one day the elders called us to say, because I heard them talking, especially my father, I heard them speaking and saying, speaking to someone, they were now getting worried the way we were doing. Because I was the leader, I was leading. He said, let's call these boys. Let's ask them, what is it that they see that we don't see? Because there might be a danger coming.
Yeah.
This is why they always do these things. And then they called us to say, what is it that you guys see that we don't see? We said, no. Then everyone started blaming me now to say, no.
You're the gatherer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the guy who's calling us and making sure that we sing these songs. But after that, I always had a burden in my heart when I see, from primary school, when I see someone coming to school without shoes, without a proper jersey in winter, I would make sure that it's either I speak to my parents or speak to anyone to make sure that that person has a school shoes just like me. So that is where I started seeing into in leadership.
Yeah.
But also in high school, there was a project called Upagama. I'm not sure if you were ever involved in that project. I was just elected to be part of that project where we help our peers with their homeworks,
Wow.
with those who are addicted in drugs and all of that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yo, that's incredible. And was ukubona omunye umuntu eswele, was it something that resonated with you because now you had a struggle with that?
To be honest, I've never had a struggle with that. I won't lie. I don't remember a day at home where we sleep without food. No, I don't remember that. I'll be lying. But what used to happen at home, my father taught me something. Especially after I started standard 6 in grade 10.
Grade 8?
Grade 8.
Yeah.
Sorry, I struggle with that.
Yeah.
Grade 8. From grade 8, when whatever that you want, and you want, I will want it from my father, I will have to pay half of it. For instance, if I want turkeys, the turkeys, they cost 300 rand.
Yeah.
I'll have to go and get 150. Not that he doesn't have money, but I have to go and get 250. He won't give me 150. I must produce my 150 first.
Then how would you do that?
I started working very, very young. From there, it pushed that. In fact, I always say that's what pushed me in my life.
Yeah.
Everything that I have today, it was that push.
Sure.
To say, not everything will come from my parents. So I started being a conductor.
Yeah.
Sure. In fact, my father, I'm sure I know he's going to watch this, but the last time he paid my school fees was in primary school.
Wow.
Not because he didn't have money or because no.
Yeah.
But because I started when he did that to me to say, okay, you need this type of shoes.
Yes.
But I can afford the shoes for 150. If you need shoes for 300 rand, it means you must produce another 150 first. So that made me now to go and be a conductor. If I'm not a conductor, I used to sell us block in town.
Sure.
Sell us block. So for me to make sure whatever that I want, I'm able to get, but also to produce it to my father. Say, this is what I've worked, this is what I got, and this is what I want. It's half of
wow.
So I would get it.
But then it takes a lot of courage for someone to go and buy ice block and sell it in town, taxi rank or whatever, and to be a conductor. I know you are before we are humble your face,
Yes.
It takes a lot of courage, and And weren't you scared, Wuti, you were putting your life in danger?
I've never been scared. But I don't know where I got the courage from. I think the courage maybe came from what Ubaba used to do. Because at the time, I always thought, but this guy will mess.
Yes.
You know. Then later I realized, no, the guy was right. And I'm prepared to do it to my kids. That, you know, they must always have this hunger.
Like that.
Yes, in them. So everything, as a result, at grade 11, I remember telling him that everything that I will have, it will mean it will, I realized that it will come from my hands.
Yes.
Everything should come from my hands. Yeah, but the courage, to be honest with you, I don't know where I was getting that courage from, but from that age, Saturday and Sunday, I'm on the road, I'm a conductor. I'm earning 40 rand per day, so that means it's 80 rand. I steal a little bit.
Yes,
so yes. So if I steal a 20 rand, it means that weekend I have. This is where my school fees used to come from.
Okay.
It means now I have 100 rand, and in school, school fees was 120 per year. In my school, 120. So if I work 2 weekends, I got my school fees. Another 2 weekends, I buy my trousers, I buy my school shirts, I buy my stationery. I used to do it myself. Yeah.
So it's I mean, like, this is very interesting. Then how did you progress from a life of being a taxi conductor? Because it seems like a lot of people get themselves stuck in the industry, if you may put it like that. Wasn't your dream to... I know a lot of guys like, I'm a taxi conductor, I want to be a taxi driver, then I want to be a taxi owner.
For me, I never ever saw myself as a conductor. I always knew that it's just temporary.
Wow.
Even after I've done my matric, I couldn't go to the varsity. I went back to being a conductor. But I knew it was temporary for me to be there. I always knew. So, as a result, my first qualification is UNISA. It's true, guys. I got it through the money that I was earning from the taxi. Being a conductor.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is really incredible, bro. And
mind you, that time, now, because it was after matric, I was working every day. So now I had a taxi. The money was a little bit better at the time. I think we were earning 70 rand, if I'm not making a mistake. So I could just pay for a module just like that.
Wow.
You know, I'll just pay. So this is where my first qualification came from. But I knew that, just to answer your question, I knew that, no, I'm not there to stay.
You're passing.
I knew it's just a pass. Otherwise, I was never going to stay there. Because my dreams were too big. You know, there's a song I used to sing, man. There's a song that I used to sing.
Yes.
Every day afternoon when I come from Istapa, you know, I'll sing that song. I know the Lord will make a way. Yeah, I used to sing that song because and remind you, at that time I was not saved.
Yes.
I was just an ordinary person, but deep inside me, I knew there was something big.
Yo, this is so incredible. And then how did you create time to study?
Every afternoon. Remember, UNISA, now I was working every day. So when you work every day, you earn every day, and you steal every day. I'm sorry I'm saying this.
Yeah.
But it's so easy, né?
Yeah.
So now I'm working every day. So UNISA, they bafaka stuff sako, bakposele and all that. So every afternoon when I come, I check. If I have an assignment, I do my assignment. Just like that. So I used to do it weekends. I cut all the friends. Now I don't have friends.
Sure.
Weekends I'm studying. Monday I'm on the taxi. Friday.
Wow.
So I make close to 1,000 rand around there.
Yeah.
900 rand. Because you earn every day. And,
that's incredible.
You know. So I take that money, but yeah, it did happen. Well, you know, there are things that we do. My brother, sometimes you ask yourself, how did I do that?
Yes.
But we do that.
Wow.
And then you see some things really they are beyond us.
Mhm.
Some things they are God. It's God do them.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
they are beyond our control.
Wow. So let's talk about this dream that's happening this weekend.
Yeah.
How did the do you say it's a charity run?
Yes, it's Sandile Zuma charity run.
It's Sandile Zuma's charity run. How did the dream come about?
Yeah. Okay. I'm answering your question.
Mm-hmm.
I have a passion for people. You know, in my life, I love people. I love them. When you talk of a person, you talk of me. So I just love people. So I have so much passion for people. So I remember one day I was called in the school, Ibongotunga High School, to go and speak there. So while I was speaking to the kids, I could see one kid. I was at the assembly. She's trying to hide her food, you know, but she couldn't because her foot were outside the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that was like, you know,
Yeah.
and that pained me,
Sure.
you know, and I was not working at the time, but I was just speaking, and then I said to the teachers, please, there's a child that I saw there. Can I buy the child a shoe?
Sure.
A pair of shoes. They said, sure. Mind you, I'm saying I'm going to buy a child a shoe.
You're unemployed.
I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
I don't have money. But I went and bought the child a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know the child. I never saw the child after that. And in fact, I gave it to the teacher to go and give it to the child. So this is when I realized, no, I hate seeing someone suffering.
Sure.
Or someone in need.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have something called Sandile Zuma charity run. Something that I love so much. In Sandile Zuma charity run, what happened is that how we started, maybe I should start there.
Yeah.
During COVID, after COVID, so I belong to the running community. I ran. I've done a complete marathon now for
What?
yes.
Yo.
Should have done my 5th one this year, but I'm still injured.
Yeah.
But my aim is to do a minimum of 10.
Oh.
It is what I want to do. Yeah. So after COVID now, there were no race because of the COVID.
Yeah.
So what the runners did, they created something called birthday runs. So whenever it's someone's birthday, so whenever it's someone's birthday, we all run according to your age now.
Okay.
So if you're turning 20, we run 20 kilometers.
That's good.
Yeah. If you're turning 30, we run 30 kilometers. I know we had 2 guys who are turning 60. So we had to run 60 kilometers. I think it was from here to Pinetown. Yeah, so I think we ran from here to Pinetown just to celebrate their birthdays.
Wow.
But now when it was my turn, because what we usually used to do, because I have this passion for people, I always ask myself, what can I do for people? What can I do for people? You know, I don't like this thing of people abasemgaqweni abasele, you know, isiZulu sithi sisasikweletu.
Sure.
Yabo, isisasikweletu. So I then said, guys, every time when we do the birthday runs, we all contribute 100 rand to buy cake and drinks. Then they said yes, and then I said, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
And you're doing my birthday run. Please, can we just not contribute 100 rand? But one must contribute impupu, omunye iraisi, omunye amafuta. So we did that. They contributed, omunye contributed rice, amafuta, sugar, whatever. And then that year we got it together, and then we did 3 families.
Sure.
We gave them food. Families that didn't have nothing.
Sure.
and then we gave them food for about 3 months.
Wow.
Food that could last them for 3 months.
Wow.
That's first year. I remember I have a testimony of this lady. That's one of the ladies that we went to, that we gave food. She said, at home, I had nothing called food. Nothing. Guys, you know, because now we have food, we take this thing for granted. That you have food at home.
True.
You take it for granted. Your kids, they say, I want to eat this, I don't want to eat this. There's
a choice.
There's a choice. They're there, food is there, they can eat. There are people who have nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. Nothing. So this lady said to me, I was just praying for us to have something to eat just for today. She says, I pray every day that we have something to eat for today.
Yes.
And then she said, this food that you gave me and my kid, we have not eaten for past 4 days. We've not had food. I put the pot on the stove with nothing, hoping something would come. And then she said, thank you. When she said thank you, that's what touches my heart.
Sure.
When she said thank you. So we did 3 families, and that year we had about 40 runners on the road. Again, we said, no, man. I said, no, this thing can work. We can bring hope with this thing. But I'll tell you something toward the end. We did it again last year. We did 23 families. It's a growth. And we had more
massive growth, bro.
And we had, mind you, we are not sponsored. We just going to someone, give me rice. Give me impupu, give me food. No, we have no sponsor. We didn't go to anyone. So we did 23 families, and we took there's a old age home, the M2
Yes.
Yes, we gave them lots of food. Maybe rice and a pes what 10 impupu.
Wow.
It was massive.
Wow.
I think that was my best birthday ever, because I got to celebrate Nhlaka Badala,
Yes.
and then we did that. This year we are doing it again. Please, if anyone can see, we are doing it again this year, this weekend, in fact. So we're still doing the same method. We're just asking people to help us with anything that they can help us with. But let me tell you something. We are doing food parcels now. We are going beyond food parcels. My vision, or our vision with my team, with the team that I work with, we're not going to end with food parcels. Probably next year, if all goes according to our plans. We want now to go beyond food parcels. We want now to see ourselves building a trash.
That's brilliant, bro.
Look, you want to build a trash, you have done 2 very important things in a society. You have given someone a job.
Yes.
In this unemployment rate we have. You have contributed in a child early development.
Yes.
So those 2 are very critical. So it's either this year, next year, we would have built a creche somewhere, and we are looking for a very disadvantaged community, or we would have built some old lady somewhere that you don't know a house.
Wow.
So our vision now goes beyond just giving food parcels.
Love it.
So as we are talking about leadership, one thing that I've realized is that it's difficult to have a vision, to carry a vision.
Yes.
But as a person, you can't be a person and not be a person of a vision.
Yes.
Therefore, if you do not have a vision in your life, you'll get stuck there. You're going nowhere because there's no vision.
Yes.
But another thing about a vision is that a person who's carrying a vision see things other people can't see.
Yes, you see beyond.
You see beyond. You might find people saying, no, this thing can't happen. They're stopping you. But they can't see what you are seeing. You see, today I'm talking about the crash. When we started this thing, as I used to say to the runners when I speak, one day will be the house.
Yes.
One day will be the house. And I can tell you, some will say, no, not going to happen, Zuma, it's still early. But because I am carrying this vision, I can see what other people can't see.
Yes, sir.
Right now, as much as I won't mention them because they did not pay, but we have gained attention now from the big corporate that are going to be part of this program.
Amazing.
You know, now what we are doing now this weekend, we are doing the charity run, but we want to do it nice, perfect way, so that they can see that these people can do something.
Yes.
And then after that, we get them under one roof and say, guys, but food parcels, probably they will take 3 months. Then what?
Yes.
What else can you help us with? You know, let me close this thing first, quick. Now I want to say this because we're talking leadership here. This is one of the problems that we are having. Leadership does not begin with a position.
Yes.
You know? Leadership, I'm not in any position, but I can tell you now, this weekend, we are going to give more than 40 people food parcel that will last them maybe for 3 months. And we have given hope to that person.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be elected
to
provide leadership. By the time, you see, this is what happened. By the time we elect you there to that position, it means we have seen leadership in you while you are still here.
Yeah. Something that you're already doing.
Now, the problem with our country now, we have people who want to be in leadership, but they have not provided us with leadership while they are still on the ground.
Yes, yes.
Just because I have resources, I have money, I can do this, I can just start a church and then lead the church, you know? I can just ask people to vote for me.
Yeah.
You know, give them food parcel, say vote for me because I have money. But which will take me maybe to my another point. Leadership begins with you from the ground roots. You don't need a position to provide leadership.
Yeah.
You don't need that. You just need to see. Leaders are the people, for me.
Yeah.
Leaders are the people who get things done.
Yes.
As long as you can get something done, in fact, that has always been in my head, but it was confirmed when I saw Mr. Barack Obama saying the very same thing.
Yeah.
That
leaders get things done.
Yeah, it's very important. You can't be a leader and we elect you there to the position, but we cannot see your leadership if you get there and you don't get things done.
So basically, your position doesn't work for you. You work.
Exactly. It's not about position.
Yeah, yeah.
My brother, in South Africa, this is debatable. Anyone can challenge me, but I can tell you now, all the problems that you are facing is because we lack leadership.
Sure.
All of them. Make an example. You know, there's something called that happened in 2012, called Marikana massacre.
Yes.
You shouldn't have that thing after democracy, that the police would go and shoot.
Yeah.
But at the time, my eyes were open. I was following the story. I want to show you something.
Yeah.
I was sitting at home watching TV every day from that week until the 12th. Is it the 12th or the 10th? We could see I could see something was going to happen there.
Sure.
I could feel and sense that something was coming. But you know what you needed there? You didn't have that thing. You just needed one person to provide leadership. Just provide leadership. But what happened? We had people who were in the positions, but did not provide leadership. Then people died.
Yo.
We needed someone who was going to go to those guys. Why are you sitting in the mountain? And then they said, no, the man doesn't want to pay us. Then you said, sit down here. I'm coming back. Don't go anywhere. Then you go speak to the man. Why are you not paying those people?
Yeah.
And then they cave it, and they go back
Yes.
to those people. This is what they say.
Yeah.
Give me 4 people. You are providing leadership. Give me 4 people. Let us go and speak to those people. They go and speak. They find a way.
Common ground.
So even in churches, all these things that we see, you see our parents. Somebody will say a certain pastor somewhere has raped a child, has done this, that. But you still see our parents going to do outside of God, leave the man of God alone, and all those things. It's lack of leadership. We have kids today who grow without fathers and all that. Whether you call it political leadership, you call it a family leadership, religious leadership, there is a crisis in leadership. The day our country fix the issue of leadership, we will not have to go and give people food passes, because people will be able to do it themselves.
Will be led, and they won't just be led, but they will be empowered.
Exactly.
Also
to be leaders.
Yeah.
In their position.
100%. Yes. 100%. I forgot who said this. We're probably going to write it in the lower thirds. It says, all things rise and fall on leadership. And what are some of the challenges that you have faced as you're rising into leadership personally, as you are embarking on this journey of discovery? You're wanting to assist different types of people, the downtrodden. You want to bring people up. You want to empower people. And what are the challenges that you've encountered, and how have you navigated around them?
Okay. That's a very good question. It reminds me of something. It is that, you see, the first thing, when you have someone who's in the position and you are just below them, and you then start try to provide leadership, not expecting anything, and then they start get intimidated. That has always been my biggest challenges. Yeah, because I'm a person who loves to raise issues. Yes, you can say anything to me while you are outside, but when you get to the meeting, no, you have to respond to what I say. So robustly so. So that has always been my challenges. I can tell you, I'm just saying this with hope that probably I'd be very far in leadership, especially in politics. But what I saw there was that once you start rising to raise issues, providing leadership, they come for you. They come for your head. I remember I started raising just one issue. I don't know, let us raise this, just this issue.
What was it?
Independent of the structure that we had. It was a youth structure, and there was a mother body. So we don't report to the mother body, we report to the youth around us. But now, whatever that we do, every time when you come to the meeting, I was not in the position. I was just an additional member. Yeah. But the leadership will always come to us and say, the mother body has said this, so we're going to do this. But then one day I said, no, guys. Why can't you say the young people are saying this?
Yes.
Because we are representing them,
young people,
not these older elderly people.
Yes.
If you come here and say the young people says they don't have jobs, how can we help them? Then I'll listen to you. Because that older person that is speaking is not speaking the language of the young people.
Yeah.
I was knocked.
Is it?
I was knocked down. The next day, I heard people outside my house singing a struggling song and swearing at me. I'm like, what happened? And I was not even expecting it then. So it was going to come. And then I asked them, but what happened? They said, no, we heard that you have left our party, you have joined another party. And then I tried to investigate this thing. But the long story short, is that sometimes the older people don't allow younger people to raise their issues that is affecting their generation. They always want to suppress them. So that is where the main problem is.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
there's a lot of women here in South Africa.
It's like you can. In fact, we were speaking with the crew about it before you arrived. Speaking about David and Saul. It's like Saul saw David rising, but not beyond him. it's like you can rise, but don't threaten where I am.
Exactly. That was my problem. In fact, when I decided, said no, but this is not my thing.
Yeah.
Because I want to be in an environment where I can speak freely.
Yeah.
Where we can be robust and go home and say Nhlaka. But when I'm sitting alone, I'm able to listen to what he was saying.
Yes.
And whenever, if I'm a leader at the time and Nhlaka raise something, whether against me or against the police or any principle, I must never be intimidated.
Yes.
I should always listen, move him, Nhlaka, from what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But to move him as a person, but listen to what he's saying. Okay, let me move Sandile because wakhulela kapata. Let me move him from what he's saying, but let me listen at least to what he's saying. Does what he's saying make sense?
Yep.
Does what he's saying is what he is saying? Can what he's saying
build?
Yes. You know? Yeah.
So I see that you've got it's amazing thought process that you have. I just want to know what influences it. Is it you being in touch with specific people that influence you to think a certain way? Is it you reading, informing yourself with what's happening around the world? What really informs, what influences your thinking patterns?
It's first, it's the environment I grew up in. It's what really, because if I were to tell you there, I saw almost everything.
Yes.
That place made me the person that I am today. So, being on the streets, you know, that's what influences my thinking a lot. Because the things that I'm talking about, it's not things that I read.
Yes.
But most of them is things that I've seen.
Love it.
I see them even today. One guy was asking me last week to say, hey, now there's this political and this political party. Which one are you? By the way, I'm a Zuma, so
yeah.
So which one are you? So I say to him, no, now I'm a political analyst. I was just joking.
Yeah.
But what do I mean by that? I mean, I'm able to sit wherever and listen to the president and be objective to what he's saying and not look at him as a member of my political party if I belong to that political party.
Yeah.
But whatever opposition party can say, I can't say this is a black party or this is a white party. Whatever that they say, I can be objective. I listen to the pastor in any church speaking. I can say this is the truth, this is not the truth.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So for me, it's an environment where I grow up really, because I've seen lots of things. I've seen these things being done to other people. I've seen these things being done to myself. You know, in South Africa, if young people were to be given a chance to lead this country,
sure,
something will happen.
That's true.
Whether black or white, just say young people, because you listen to them when they speak with their ideas. Listen to them. There's no such thing as unemployment in South Africa. If you are to give young people a chance, what you're doing right now, you got guys that are working here. You are creating employment. You know, there is a lot that if young people can be given a chance. So it is that thing that says Let us suppress them. As you were saying, let them rise a little bit.
As long as we are able to control the narrative.
Control them. Control them. Control them. You know? But you see the unfortunate part. I'm not being political. One day in South Africa, one day, it has happened before. You'll agree with me. You'll have a revolution that will be leaderless. One day, you've seen it with Face Must Fall. You've seen it the riots in 2022. Was it 2022?
Yes.
That thing was 2021. Yes. That thing was leaderless. One day, I debated a lot with one of the unionists long time ago. We were saying young people are tick-time bomb. But because I was a young person that time, I could not see what you're seeing. But today I can see. You cannot have in a country a young person with a degree sitting at home and doing nothing.
That's true.
That's very dangerous. One day these people will rise up.
Yeah. Because you almost feel like, even so, we've been told that the way to succeed in life is to get through school. And then you get through the schooling system, and then at the end of your degree, you feel like you've been failed by the very system that was supposed to develop and mature you, because it's supposed to give you opportunities. I totally agree.
Yeah. One day, and it will be uncountable. Remember now, the problem with that, it will be a revolution that is leaderless. And when this thing is leaderless, who is going to control? Who is going to speak to?
And who's going to take accountability?
No one.
Exactly.
The issue of riots, there's no person that you can say this thing was led by someone.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
No one was leading that thing, and no one you could hold accountable. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a small piece of what will happen in South Africa. Because this thing was everywhere.
Yeah.
The next thing, this mall is bombed. You know?
Yeah, they even stole stuff in churches. Right?
Exactly. but the funny part is that they didn't steal bookshops. They didn't loot bookshops.
True.
They didn't. Somebody was saying, I wish they looted the bookshops. Otherwise, they would have been reading by now.
Yeah.
You know, but they didn't loot them. Bookshops.
Yeah. Wow. Just before I get to the last question, what impact do you want to leave in the world?
When I die, when I die, first I want to be remembered by 3 things. Now let's say this. Number 1, I want to be remembered as a guy who loved Jesus so much. Who never wanted to compromise. Number 2, as a person who loved his family so much. Number 3, as a person who loved people.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that for me that's enough.
Sure.
That's enough. Well, I think that would be probably 60 years later from but it's my birthday today.
Yes. Happy birthday, sir.
Birthday, yes. Yeah. So that is what I would really love to be remembered with. But guys, wherever we are in our little corners, we can be able to make change, make impact. As I said when we started, for you to be a leader, you don't need a position. Because most of people are sitting down, they want to be in leadership, they want to do something to help the society.
Waiting for positions.
But they're waiting to be elected in positions. You know? So, for me, that's a bottom line. Don't wait to be elected. Wherever you are, whatever that you can do, just do it. Just do it. If we judge you and we see you doing something wrong, I was saying this year, 40 families that we are doing for our charity run. When we do the charity run, I invite you guys to come, please. And you will see, when we do the charity run, we don't want to give food just for the sake of giving food. So if we say 40 families, it means rice. We must give each family rice level 2. It means we need rice level 8.
Yes, yeah.
We need Mpupe 8.
Mm.
You need the sugar level 8.
Yeah.
You need the Mazamba now 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything must go 2, so that this family can, at least for 2 months,
Yeah.
stop thinking about food. You know.
Sure.
But we are doing something where we are.
Love it. You start from where you are,
Yes.
not where you hope to be.
Exactly. Perfect. You got it right. Where you are, start something.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. There's a lot that you can do. There's a lot. Let us not wait for government to do it for us.
Sure.
Let us try.
Yo.
Let me tell you something. When we do this charity run, people always say to me, even now, someone was coming to give me a meal's meal, and then it's a question I always get. Did you speak to so and so? They mentioned the shop. You know, this mostly is owned by Indians in town, Indian descent in town, or Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
Did you speak to so and so? And then today I felt, let me explain to this guy. I say, no, we don't need them. We can do it ourselves.
Yeah.
We are going to give 40 families food without them.
Sure.
Because we can do it ourselves. I said to him, when you go to them, they'll tell you, hey, my brother, we have hundreds of organizations
They're applying.
that
Yeah.
have applied.
Yeah.
Right? So when I thought of that from the beginning, I thought, no, because I'm sure everyone wants to go to what
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, whatever store. Everyone wants to go to the store.
Yes, sir.
What else? What is it that I can do to achieve this goal without going to the shop?
100%.
Then that is where the thing came up. To
Amazing.
say, no man, just 100 rand per month, just not per month, a year, just 100 rand. Give me buy me poop.
Mm-hmm.
Just you buy me rice, 120 rand or 101. 100 rand is money that you just chow
Yeah.
and buy ice cream. Some people, So just that.
Wow.
And then it happened. So I wanted to remove this narrative that says other people can do it for us, but we can't do it for ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can do it ourselves.
Sure.
I spoke to this runner. I'm talking too much.
Go for it. I'm listening.
Yeah, I spoke to this runner when we started this thing, and then I said, "Hey, my brother, this year we are doing 40 families." Yo, I was talking to him on WhatsApp. He called me same time. No, Zuma, this is not going to happen. Now remember, when you are carrying a vision, you see things that other people can't see. I said, what do you mean? But no, hey, brother, this is going to be very difficult. 40. Where are you going to get? Because he told me all the reason why it's not going to happen, but not even a single reason why I think it can happen.
Yeah.
I said, no, bro. Don't worry, leave it with me. I said to him, but by the way, I'm a child of God. I'm talking to you about 40. Spiritually, I saw 80.
Yeah.
Just as I have a team that I work with, when I presented 80 to them now, they were also scared. I said, okay, it's fine.
Let's have it.
Let's have it.
Yeah.
But I know what is going to happen.
Yo.
It's not going to be 40. Because I know what I saw. And there, I'm talking about faith now.
Yeah.
Not that there's money that I know is coming to help me reach this 80 now. Mind you, if we say 80, it's 80 times 2, meaning every item that you have.
Yes.
But I believe we'll do it.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Thank you so much, Sandile. So let us know, how can people contribute into the charity run? How can they get a hold of you? Are there any socials, numbers that can get a hold of you in the corner and stuff like that?
Okay, thanks very much, my brother. Number one, I'm enjoying this podcast. Very nice, guys.
Great.
Thank you very much for the invite. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Okay, firstly, we are doing 19 kilometers.
Okay.
We are also doing 5 kilometers. So you can just choose.
What's the route?
The route, 19 kilometers will start at Msunduzi Athletic Stadium, and then it will end at Itindale Mall.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, but 5 kilometers will start at Itindale Mall and end and make a U-turn at the crossing in Bali and go back to Itindale Mall.
That's mine.
Yeah.
I think I can do 5.
Yeah.
19 is for the stronger ones.
Yeah. So we're starting at 6, 19 Ks, and then we're starting at 7 or 5 kilometers. But if anyone would like to contribute anything, you can find me on Facebook. I'm Sandile Zuma. On Facebook, you will see me there. Yeah. But my number is 082-066-5966. But also we also have a Facebook page. It's called Sandile Zuma Charity Run. Let me repeat it. Sandile Zuma Charity Run. So when you go to the page, you'll see we have a poster that is there. Yes. So you can just see all the details on the poster. But we don't have a drop-off point. So if you like really to donate anything, you see what has made this thing success. We always say to people, one, we don't take money. We don't want anyone giving us money and then God bless us with cars and then we say, hey, I gave them money, and then they shout. So we don't take money, but you donate any food item, no matter how small it is.
Sure.
Yeah. So you can just give me a call. I'll come wherever you are and then make sure that I collect.
100%. And then what if other people donate later than Friday?
Later than Friday. That means because this is the thing now, I'll respond to that. God has been good to us. This year, remember the vision, this vision is very big.
Yeah.
This year, we're not just doing food parcels.
Great.
But these families that are going to be benefits here, they are being profiled.
Yes.
Meaning the municipalities, we have social workers that went to them. They looked at other challenges that the family can face, so they are going to address those families beside food parcels. So if anyone will want to donate after we still welcome those donations, but we still have to. We are very transparent. So once we find a family, if you donate something, we have to go and look for a family, and then we go and hand it over to them. But we'll come back to you and report that the food parcel that you gave us or the food item was donated to a student in UKLTN or DUT or a family in Imbali, something like that.
Amazing.
But we don't stop taking, because always there's people who are in need.
Bro, thank you so much. Really enjoyed our conversation. There are lots of lessons I actually learned from your story. So just my highlight, when we donate any food item, no matter how small it is, because it may look small for you, but you don't know the impact that it's going to make to another person.
Yeah.
And we are really grateful for such people who want to make change in their communities, and you can be the change that you want to see as well, and don't see abantu belambile. So I'm just going to highlight a couple of points that I learned from Mr. Zuma. It starts with the vision. It starts with the dream. Habakkuk says that write the vision down and give it to a herald, and a herald will run with the vision,
Amen.
And everything rises. It's John Maxwell. Yes, I remembered. Everything rises and falls on leadership. So it's important that as a person, you see yourself as a leader, and as a believer, you lead, and you don't wait to be elected for you to start leading. And I also learned that leadership is the backbone of society. Don't suppress the people that are coming after you. Instead of that, celebrate them. When they reach tens of thousands, when you reached 1,000 people, it's for you to celebrate them, because it is an extension of your influence. And Yeah, I mean, Mr. Zuma also spoke about he was consumed by his vision. Even when people saw him as a taxi conductor, he knew where he was going. He had this dream, he had this vision. He would come back home and write his homework and do his studies after a long day. So, my friends, we don't have an excuse. We need to dream, we need to believe, because every believer is a leader. Until next time, Aibonane, we thank you so much for listening to us today. Amen. Bro, I learned a lot. I also, but Aibonane, we thank you so much for listening to us today. Amen. Bro, I learned a lot. I also, but